is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on another team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will get first crack at it today. Looking downfield, it's Grimes. Quickly out to the tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Haynes. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! First score of the game goes up. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wake Forest offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. They're both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains after the 34.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Here we go, here we go. tripped up for the tackle.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
From the gun, running back on the move. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all and now it's first. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Unloads it left. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Grimes. Finds the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Yellow Jackets started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. This time they'll go to the running game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Let's it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stop the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Grimes. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Rutherford. Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll line up to go for 2.
Here we go.
They'll try to pound their way in. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
Georgia Tech, 15. Wake Forest, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Hernandez. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vick. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Final play of the quarter coming. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Claiborne. Caught, and he's close to the 1st down on the nice pickup there. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 7 over LSU. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Under fire. Got his man downfield. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And is knocked away, and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's caught downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Barnes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. The Demon Deacons are flying down the field. They'll run the option. The pitch. Breaks the tackle. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Hernandez. Hard-hitting tackle.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Wants to throw on third down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. He slides that just inside the right upright. They trim the lead to 5. It's 15-10.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points, because this dude is automatic.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. On the move. Slithers into space. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after it.
On that shit.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front. And
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff to the single running back. Quick spin on the run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Makes the catch.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Runs through a tackle.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Rivers. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Leaves it with the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Wants to bring it back. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Under fire. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Grimes. The sure hands, it's Haynes. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Got a man. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Hernandez. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Demon Deacons have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Mays. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Finds his big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Just keeps swinging it. Finds his big tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Georgia Southern. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good timing on the quick out. Brings into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. Got enough for the first. On the move at the 30. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Grimes. Rushes on him. Caught behind the line. It's Powell. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on touchdown. Georgia Tech fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Dropping back, it's Grimes. Got a man, it's Rutherford. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Right on the money.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
On the run, it's Powell. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Grimes. Caught over the middle, it's Rutherford. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. It's Barnes. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Demon Deacons will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The give to the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Snagged out of the air. At the 35, he's open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After the filthy move, he's got room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's marked. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Spins away from the defender. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he made the read off of the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football. But, man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football. The defense gets the ball back.
This guy just oozes toughness when he runs. Bangs his way to the 20.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. There he goes. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Right back to the well. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Grimes. Pulls it in. It's Rutherford. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Throws for the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total dominance.